Computer. Okay, now it is recording. Okay. Any other question, please?
I have a question. This is from 3.1.
Huh?
Question 69.
Question 69.
69 from 3.1.
Can you
Like about,
page
it's a
number?
90-day note.
Page number. Okay, 3.1.
Yeah, it's in applications. 69.
69. Where are you? 69.
Page 153 for me.
Can you see my book?
Yeah.
69. Here it is 69. For service rendered, an attorney accept a 90-day note for $5,500 at 8% simple interest from a client. Wishing to use her money sooner, the attorney sells the note to a third party for this after 30 days. What annual interest rate will the third party receive after the investment? Okay, so R is question number 69. R is, what is R? What is R? It, yes?
8,
For,
no 8.
yeah, note for $5,500 at 8% simple interest from a client. A service rendered an attorney certainly they note. Wishing to use her money sooner, the attorney sells the note to a third party for this after 30 days. What annual interest will the third party receive for the investment? What is he saying? What annual interest rate? Interest rate for 30. So 500 and 560 minus 500 and 500, so interest is 60 and he sell it for 30. Interest equals to 30. 500 and 500 times R, and 30 is 30 divided by 360, so it is 320. So 20 times 36 over 5, this equals to R. Are you getting, Kathleen?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can solve this and you can get the annual interest rate from here, but after multiplying by 100. If you multiply it by 100, you will get the annual interest rate from here in terms of percentage, like this, yeah.
Can you explain a little bit further
See,
about this one?
see, he initially he had $5,500. He gave this money to a third party for $5,560 for 30 days. The interest which he got for 30 days is 60. 560 minus 555. The interest which he got is 60, right? So what annual
Yes.
interest rate will the third party receive for the investment? How much, what interest rate we need to find R, that this interest 60 is at what rate in 30 days. So I is 60,
Yes.
and this was the initial amount, principal amount 5,560. From here, T is 30 days. We can convert 30
Mhm.
to an year by dividing it by 360. So
Yes.
when we solve this equation, we can get R, annual interest rate.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, how do we know that it's 30 over 360? I don't
Because
get
it's
why it's
over a year.
like annual.
Because 30 days, when you have number of days or number of weeks or number of months, whatever you are given, you can convert it into years accordingly. If you are given in months, we have 12 months in 1 year, you can divide that number of months with 12. If you are given, let's say,
Oh, it says annual. Okay,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Is that why? Because it says annual. Okay.
Hmm. No,
Why
no,
is it?
not because of annual. Because it is because we are given time in number of days. I explained this thing before. For example, if you are given time in, let's say,
Mm-hmm.
2 months, if I want to
Mm-hmm.
convert it into years, there are 12 months in 1 year. I will divide it by 12. If your time is given, let's say, in days, let's say 40 days, we can convert 40 days into years by dividing 360, because fiscal year contains 360 days. Similarly,
Oh,
if your time is
Wait,
given,
if you're given 2 months, okay, okay.
we will convert it into years by dividing it by 12.
Can you do it by hours too?
Of course,
Joking.
for example,
Joking.
no, it's okay. That is valid. Let's say your time is 3 hours.
Yeah.
Now we
Oh. Oh.
hours
Yeah.
into years. Three, how many hours in 1 year? For example, there are 360 days. There are 360 days, and each day contains 24 hours. So now this
Mhm.
year,
Yeah.
right?
Yes. What if you can also do it by like 21 day, right? So if you get money every hour, you
Mhm.
can do the same, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Any other question?
can I ask a question
I'm
about them? Well, after.
oh, sorry, just a question. Why is there 20 in that?
Where is there 20?
And it's 2060 equals 5500.
You can solve it in any way. For example, 60 equals to 5500 times R times 30 divided by 360.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can solve it.
Okay.
Understand?
Yeah, I understand now. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, thanks.
Okay. I think, yeah, you are right. No, it is 20. It is 20. You can solve it for R. Let's say 60 multiplied by 360 divided by 30 times 5500. That is your R. This zero will go with this. This zero will go with this. Now you have 36 times 5, and you can do this calculation. It is very simple. Okay, any other question?
Yes, but about chapter 7.
Chapter 7?
Yeah. The dual process.
Which chapter 7?
I mean lesson 7. Dual.
No, give me the topic. What was the topic?
Okay. Jeez. 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a question about the lecture 7 PPT. There was one part I didn't understand how you change the pivot.
Mm-hmm.
So it was we already maximized, so we had minus y1 plus y.
You can give me question. I can solve it for you.
Okay, so should I send you the picture on what's on WeChat?
You can tell me in the book. I can just scroll down there.
It wasn't on the book, it was in the PowerPoint and the lecture.
Which PowerPoint, or you can just send me a screenshot. It's okay.
Okay. So here,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I understand how you continue here because
In this case, you cannot continue.
okay. Why?
In this case, you see, there was a condition that above pivot column, there must be a positive number. You don't have any positive number in that case.
So what do I do if I don't have anything? I
You
just
cannot continue with this because even in minus 700, you can see you don't have any positive number above minus 700. When you don't
okay.
have a positive number, you cannot continue. You can simply write, we cannot continue with this.
Oh, okay.
And is this an example from the book?
No,
Okay.
it's from the lectures.
Uh,
Here, there was also this one.
mhm. Which
So
one?
here I didn't understand how we went from the first one to the second one. I'll also send you the first one.
Mhm. Yeah, what is your question now?
I don't understand how we have 0.5, 1, and 3 instead of 1, 1, 3, 12, since we only changed y2.
No, if this matrix is correct, your pivot you wrote incorrect. Your pivot column is the second one because the most negative number is minus 16 in the bottom row, not minus 12.
I know, I did that in the first one. That's why I'm asking how we got 0.5, 1, and 3 here. Because in the lecture you didn't explain how we got this number. I mean these numbers.
Uh, that comes from the equations. These number comes from the equation. Let me open the, I don't know which lecture.
It was 7.1, I think. Yeah, it's just 7.
Lecture 7. 7.1.
Yeah, there was only one, I think.
Okay, so there is basic mathematics, fundamental mathematics. Lecture 8 or lecture 7? Was it dual problem?
Yes.
This one?
Oui. Yes.
You mean how did I get 0.5? This 0.5?
Here, I understand this, the first one, like page 10.
You understand page 10.
Yes, I understand that we found the pivot because it's the only non-one number in the column with the smallest number, right?
Now, you know why this 2 is red?
It's the pivot element.
Yeah. And we convert this 2 into 1.
Mhm.
How we will convert this 2 into 1?
We divide the row by
Whole,
2.
yeah, we divide whole first row by 2.
Mhm.
So, can you see my pen?
Yeah.
Now this 1 divided by 2 will be 0.5.
Mhm.
This 2 divided by 2 is 1. This 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. This is 0, this is 0, and this would be 8. Understand? Right?
Yes.
Anis. Is
Yes,
that,
I understand.
yeah. So now look at this. That is why here we have 0.5. Now we have 1. This is 0.5 and this is 8.
Okay, and the next page.
Yeah. Now with the help of this one, we will make 0 here, 0 here, and 0 here. Understand?
Um,
To do so, we multiply this complete row with -1 and we add it into this second row. If I multiply this first row with -1, this will become minus 0.5. Understand?
okay.
We will add this minus 0.5 into this one. So here we will get 0.5, positive 0.5. You can see it here. Now this is positive 0.5.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? This is minus 1. It will make this one 0. Minus 1 plus 1. So here we have 0. Can you follow my pen?
Yes.
Understand? Now we multiply this 0.5 with minus and we add it into this 0. It will become minus 0.5. So you can see here it is minus 0.5. Can you see? Can you follow my pen? Right?
Yes,
Right?
yes.
Okay. Now this is 0. We add this 0 into 1. It will remain 1. This 0 plus 0, it is remain 0. Now we multiply this 8 with minus 1 and we add it into this 9. So 9 minus 8, it will become 1. So here you have 1.
Okay.
Understand? Now again with the help of this one, we will make 0 in this position. To do so, again we multiply this first row with -1 and we add it into the third row. So this will become minus 0.5 and we add this minus 0.5 into this 3. It will become 3 minus 0.5, which is 2.5. So here we have 2.5. We multiply this one with minus and add it into this one. So minus 1 plus 1, you will get 0 here. Is that clear,
Yes.
Anis?
Yes, it's clear.
So minus 0.5 plus 0, here we have minus 0.5. Likewise, 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. We multiply 8 with negative and add it into 21. 21 minus 8 is 13. So here we have 13. And similarly, now we multiply this complete first row with plus 16 to make 0 here instead of this minus 16. So when we multiply this complete first row with 16, 16 times 0.5 is 8. And 8 and minus 12, it will give us minus 4 here. Is that clear?
Okay. Yeah.
Multiply this first row with 16. 16 times 1, 16. And this minus 16, it will give you 0 here. Is that clear?
Yes.
Wait, I have a question. So you use the pivot column or I mean, use the pivot elements and then you multiply that by whichever number
Yes,
would
yes, exactly.
get 0 in the column, right?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Okay.
So that is how we get this matrix. Is that clear, Anis?
We finally for P, it's gonna be 8 times 16 plus 0.
Yes, 8 times 16 plus 0, it would be 128. Here you have
Okay.
128.
Okay.
Now we again start simplex process. We see in the bottom row, here in this matrix, we see in the bottom row, in this matrix, is there any negative number? Yes, this -4 is the only negative number. Now this would be our pivot column. Understand? This would be our pivot column, and this is our pivot column. Now we decide which one is our pivot row. We divide 8 with 0.5, which is 16. We divide 1 with 0.5, which is 2. We divide 13 with 2.5, and which is something bigger. So the smallest quotient among them is 2. So this is our pivot row, and this is our pivot column. Now again we divide this complete row with 0.5, and we will get 1 here. You can see we divide this complete row with 0.5, and here we will get 1. Can you follow?
Mhm.
Now again with the help of this one, we will make 0 here, 0 here, and 0 here. And to do so, we multiply this complete second row with -0.5, and we add the result into the first row. If I multiply with this second row with -0.5, it will make this 0.5 0. You can see it here.
How do we know if we have to multiply it by -1 or by 0, by 0.5? Because like in the first one, we had we had a 1, so we would use -1 to make it 0. Okay.
Right? Is that clear?
Yes.
Any other question?
So we just don't have any more negative numbers in P, right?
Yeah. So it means we are done. So we can read our solution.
And how do we read the solution?
For
How do we?
dual problem, we read it from the top. X1 is 4. X1 4. X2 8. X3 0. P is 136, which is cost. P is cost in that case,
Okay.
right? Any other question?
So how do you want us to present it? For example, like, do we have to write P equals
Yes. You can see P is 136, X1 is 4, X2 is 8, X3 is 0.
Okay. So we just write that and that's the answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So again, how do you know when you can't do it anymore? I remember I need to ask at the beginning.
Who can answer this question?
When there's negative numbers and
No. When there is no negative number.
no, for the
Like,
first,
how do you know when to stop? Like, no solution, I guess.
Who can
Did
answer?
you mean like where in the table or Misha?
No.
Yeah.
How do we know that we reached the conclusion, and what is the conclusion, and or how do we know that we got the solution and what is the solution? That is his question. Is that clear, Misha?
I didn't
Did
hear
your
that.
question,
Can you
right?
say it again? Say again?
I said, is that your question? That what? How do we know? How do we know that what is the solution, and how do we know that when did we get the solution? Where do we need to stop?
No, that I understand. That's like when you have no negatives.
Okay,
When P is like not negative, right? There's no negative in the P column.
in the bottom row.
But
But there's no solution if it's negative in like y, like x1, x2, x3 in the black
No.
ones, right?
For example, you have a matrix like this. This is your bottom row. Let's say -5, -10, 3, 4, 0, 0, and 1. Let's say here you have 0, -2, -1. Here you have -3, 0, -2. Here you have 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, something like that. Understand?
Yeah. Yes.
Now we see the more here you have, let's say, n numbers 3, 4, 5. Now we see that what is the most negative number in the bottom row, -10.
mhm,
This is our pivot column.
mhm.
After that, we see that is there any positive number above pivot
No.
column or above the bottom row?
No.
Is there any positive number?
No.
No.
No. So you cannot find. You can say that you cannot perform complex process. You will stop.
Okay. Okay. That was my question. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? Any other question from any topic?
Yeah. Just a second. Can I write? Actually, yeah. So my question was number 30 on page 174.
Number 30, page 174. A self-employed person has a queued retirement plan. If deposits of $7,500 are made each year into an account paying 8% compounded annually, how much will be in the account after 20 years? Very simple. First of all, as I said, you should need to know that after a prescribed period, number 30, after a prescribed period, are you getting a lump sum amount? A
Yes.
self-employed person made a retirement plan. If deposits of $7,000 are made every year, he is depositing $7,500 for 20 years. He is making these deposits for 20 years. How much will be in the account after 20 years? He will have a lump sum amount in his account after 20 years. So he is making a sequence of equal periodic payments
Mhm.
of $7,500. So this is an annuity, and after 20 years, clearly we can understand that he will get a lump sum amount. So it is a problem of future value of annuity. Is that clear to everybody? This is very important to understand.
Mhm. Mhm.
Say yes.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
If you don't understand, still say yes.
Okay.
I'm just joking. Please, if you don't understand, ask me many questions, right?
Okay.
Okay, a self-employed person, if deposits $7,500. So this is his PMT, sequence of equal periodic payments, 7,500 each year into an account paying 8%. R is 8% compounded annually. Compounded annually means M is 1. How much will be in the account after 20 years? T is 20. we need to find future value. So the formula for future value is PMT 1 minus I raised to power n minus 1 divided by I. Our I is R by M and n is M cross T. M is 1, T is 20, so n is 20. I is R by 1, M is 1. 8 divided by 100 is 0.08. I is 0.08. So future value is PMT is 7,501. I'm not sure, did I write the correct formula? You can check it. 1.08 raised to power 20 minus 1 divided by 0.0. When you will solve this and you will follow the correct order. What does it mean by correct order? First of all, you will subtract 1 minus 0.08. You will get some number. Then you will take its power 20. That is your first step. Then you take its power 20. That is your second step. Then you will subtract it from 1. That would be your third step. Understand?
Yes.
Then you
Yes.
Yes.
multiply this whole number with this 7,500. That would be your fourth step. After this, you will get a one number here. You will divide this one number with this 0.08. That would be your fifth step. So don't break this order and then you will get future value. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Any other question? Any other question?
No.
No, no.
No more question.
No.
Did you solve some problems or not?
I didn't solve the problems. I didn't get time to solve the problems for 3.4, but I did 3.1 to 3.3.
Okay.
So I don't know what happens in 3.4. I don't have any questions there yet.
Mhm. There is very interesting example in the book. Read this example. Who will read this example? Read. Can you see my screen?
For example, 2.
Yeah. Kathleen,
Yeah?
read this example too.
Okay. Lincoln Benefit Life offered an ordinary annuity that earns 6.5% compounded annually. A person plans to make equal annual deposits into this account for 25 years and then make 20 equal annual withdrawals of $25,000, reducing the balance in the account to zero. How much must be deposited annually to accumulate sufficient funds to provide for these payments? How much total interest is earned during the
Okay.
entire?
So is this a
Do you
problem?
have to use two equations?
So is this a problem of annuity? And if it is a problem of annuity, is it a simple future value of annuity or present value of annuity?
Present value,
Hmm?
right?
Tell me.
Isn't it both?
No, I don't
Well,
know.
it's final for the second
I don't know.
Says
question
Oh,
because
present.
it asks how much to win.
Says present.
Oh wait, just kidding.
Who says future?
During this entire 45-year process.
Hmm?
I said future.
Hmm? Now tell me.
no, wait, I don't know.
Hey, we can just look it up, can't we?
Oh, of course it's future.
It's future. Okay, now let's
Yes,
wait for Anis.
you're right, Mish.
Anis,
Yes,
is it future or present?
I have no idea. I'm very lost.
Why? Come on. Be active.
I mean, I've been focusing on lesson 7. I haven't really got to
No, no,
lesson
no.
8 yet. So
This
I'm
is
just trying to
very,
keep up because I did like a
very
3.1
important, you know.
and 3.2. So I just read that. I don't know.
This is
Sorry.
this is very important lesson.
Uh,
This question says,
I'll
do you,
get
do you
to
understand
it. I just
do
didn't
you
have time.
understand the situation in that question?
Not exactly. So this person is depositing an account, money into an account for 25 years, and then in 20, like after that for 20 years, he's going to be withdrawing the same amount,
Listen,
or
explain this.
he's withdrawing an amount from something he deposited.
I explain this problem in simple words. This is very interesting problem. For example, you are doing a job somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know? Okay, you are doing some job, and you know, like this is year 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you will retire after 20 years.
Okay.
Okay, it means you will retire in 2040,
Mm-hmm.
right? So after 2040, you believe that you would not have enough power, enough senses to do some other job. And you plan that I will just enjoy my life, I will rest at home, I will do nothing except enjoying my life. But how much money should be in my account in 2040? Understand? How much money should be in my account in 2040 so that I can withdraw. Let's say you believe that to enjoy your life you need $3,000 monthly, or let's say you say that to enjoy that life you need $25,000 per month.
Okay.
So how much money should be in your account in 2040 to have that amount, in 2040? How much should you start depositing in your account from now onward? How much should you deposit in your account annually from now onward up till 20 years so that you have a lump sum amount in 2040 so that you can withdraw $25,000 every month in 2040 and onwards so that you can live up till to 2060 so that you can withdraw those 25,000 for next 20 years. Is that clear?
If the 25,000 was future value or present
No, no, no. First, I'm not discussing.
value, or
Listen,
what was?
listen. I am so far. I am not discussing future or present. I am just explaining the situation because situation is very interesting. Situation is. I repeat it once again.
Retirement is the retirement plan.
I repeat it once again. Normally, you know what happens. You know pension. Have you ever heard this word pension?
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, pension funds.
yeah. When you retire from government job, if you work for a government, if you are government employee, understand, they give pension to their employees after
Yes.
retirement. They give them some lump sum amount. Have you ever heard about pension?
Yes.
So normally what they do, for example, you apply for a job and they says that your monthly salary is $90. Understand? Is it acceptable for you or not? We will give you pension when you will retire. We will give you pension and we will give you a huge lump sum amount at the time of your retirement, and your salary is $90. At the same time, you go into another company, another employer, he says that we don't give you any pension, we don't give you any lump sum amount uh, on your retirement, but your salary is $110 per month, or let's say $200 per month. Apparently you are getting double as compared to the one which is offering you pension and the one which is offering you monthly salary after your retirement in case of in the form of pension. Is that clear?
Yes.
Which package should you choose? Normally people sometimes different people have different approaches. Some people like pension, some people don't like pension. They want to enjoy their present. They want to enjoy their present. They say that okay, we need double income rather than pension. We can save enough from $200 so that at the time of retirement we would have enough money and we will enjoy our present at the same time, so we don't care about pension. But some people, some people say that $90 is enough for us for our living, so we don't need more than 90, but we need pension after our retirement. We don't want to work anymore, so we want pension, we want a monthly salary after our retirement as well. So this is the situation when somebody go for pension. Normally employers, what they do, now I need your attention. If everybody is sleeping, get attentive. It is very interesting situation.
We're
Norm,
listening.
huh?
We're
No?
listening.
Okay, good. Normally what they do,
We are listening.
normally what they do, they don't tell you your actual income, your actual salary. They says that your salary is $90. We will give you pension, and after your retirement you will get a monthly salary as well in the form of pension. We don't call it, by the way, salary, we call it pension, monthly pension. Okay. In papers, in confidential papers, they write your salary $100, which you deserve, but they don't tell you, which means that, hello,
Hi, sir.
You
Yeah.
disappeared.
I think it was disconnected. Okay, we start from the same point. Where up till where I was, what I was explaining.
Okay. Okay. They write down $100 on a confidential paper, but they don't tell you.
Yes. So they don't tell you that your actual salary is 100, but they just tell you that your salary is 90. They save $10 every month out of your salary, and they save it, and they make sequence of equal periodic payments till the time you retire. Understand? When you retire, they saved your money which you don't know, and they say that, oh, you see, we are giving you a pension okay, take this $10,000, this is your pension, and now after every month, we will give you $20 for your living as long as you are alive. Till your death, we will give you $20 as a pension. Normally people become very happy, okay, we are getting a lump sum amount and they will pay us till our death. But people don't know this money is actually belongs to you. They, for example, up till 20 years they are saving $10 every month. Maybe they have saved 50,000 and they are paying you lump sum out of your 50,000, they are paying you 10,000, and then remaining 40,000 they are giving you $20 every month out of your 40,000, and they are using your money. They are using your money 40,000, they are investing it somewhere else, they are getting interest, they are earning money which you never know. So those companies, they make estimates, okay, if he retires at, hello,
But I'm scared it's like horrible.
hello,
Me
Yeah.
too, 'cause I mean, I thought it was due the 5th, so like, did it like 2 weeks?
Hey,
Hello.
Hi.
okay, so again,
disconnected again.
yeah, disconnected again. So I just make a long story short. You go through from this example 2, it is very interesting. Try to understand the situation. In this problem, you will use present value and future value both at the same time. Understand? Hello?
Yes, yeah,
You
Yes.
go through from this example
you kind of compare it.
and it is very interesting. You will use present value and future value at the same time,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So
Hello?
go through from all the examples of this chapter. The examples are very important and very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have any other question,
Okay.
you can just ask me, we can discuss it. Otherwise we can stop it because internet is not supporting very much. I don't know, my computer is getting hot or what. Okay,
Yeah,
and
I understand.
any other question, please?
No,
It's fine.
no other questions.
Actually, these examples are very interesting. I really want you guys to go through from these examples. And before starting the next live tutorial, you will still have open option, open choice. You can discuss like Anis asked me one question from the last lecture. You are always more than welcome because I really want you to solve these examples. You will have around 4 to 5 days. Go through from these chapters, go through from these 2 chapters and try to solve as more as you can. And especially the examples. And if you have any question, just let me know in the group or in the live tutorial. Okay.
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 Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so okay, then see you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye. See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.